Hey everybody, welcome back to Airsoftology Mondays, the show that answers your questions, helps you out in a pinch, and also has some big travel news. I'm your host, Jonathan Higgs. That's right. Big news this week on traveling in 2 weeks. That's right, starting on the 15th. Will actually be the 16th because you lose a day. I'm headed to Taipei, Taiwan. Actually, more than just Taipei. I'll be going to Taichung and some other places. I will be over there for 10 full days traveling around, visiting all kinds of places like Aries, VFC. I'll be doing factory tours, getting to see some behind the scenes stuff. I'll be bringing you all the Airsoft goodness out there, as well as doing some vlogging. I'm actually gonna start doing little travel vlogs, maybe something a little wander away from just Airsoft. I actually have something that's just kind of fun and you guys get to see me experience all this stuff. Now, if you guys know, I did go before, not too long ago. Went to go visit the G&G factory and go see the camo show. I love the country. It is such an amazing place. I'm heading back. This time, Elite Force is helping me come over there to do the VFC and Aries, talk about all the stuff going on there, and of course, everything else. Also on the weekend, I'll be hopping over to, the second weekend I'm there, I'll be hopping over to Hong Kong for a quick stop, a little 24 or 36 hour little hop over there. So, a lot of big stuff going on. I am super excited. I'm like, ready to go. I'm kind of itching, all the great street food and all that. Also, before we get into the questions this week, I'm not going to get too much in the front end. Shirts are in stock in the store, $17.99 US with like really cheap shipping US. International shipping, actually, I've done a good job keeping that down too. And patches, so like the logo patch, which is this one here, the name tag patch, and then if you guys see the little Ranger Eye set over there, I think all the other patches are $8, Ranger Eye set's 12. So if you guys want to help support Airsoftology, you guys are so awesome. That goes a long way because YouTube, well, let's face it, YouTube, everybody runs ad block these days. Anyway, enough of me begging and all that mess. Let me jump on into what you're really here for. And of course, that is chock full of your questions in the Tippmann mail call. And we writes, hey Jonathan, what's your favorite plate carrier? I have an okay one, but I'm looking for a higher quality one with a cummerbund, considering mine doesn't have one. Also, which color do you think is better for your PC as a whole, Ranger green or tan? Thanks. Nice two-parter here. So for me, my favorite plate carrier that I absolutely positively regret selling to this date is my Cry AVS with the chassis, the whole works, as a whole setup. That was by far the most comfortable plate carrier, but for me, traveling to games so much, it was kind of a problem the way it doesn't lay flat like plate carriers do because the chassis, it keeps its shape. Like when you take it off you, it's still like the shape it is around your body. Makes it a pain to travel with. I mean, absolutely so tough, but it's incredibly comfortable. I regret selling it. That aside, my favorite plate carrier right now, I've been running 6094s, so LBT. I have one in Coyote and I have the 0300, which is the LBX version of it. So both, I mean, obviously the same company on both of those. That is in Ranger Green. Right now, I love my Ranger Green, but I think for diversity in color, if you're gonna pick one, I would probably say go with, if you're playing outdoors more, depending on your climate, the Coyote is gonna be more versatile. I think that's just for me personally for outdoor games. If you're playing indoors a lot in CQB, the Ranger Green's a little darker, you might find it a little more usable. With all that in mind, I've had my eyes set on the Armistice, the new Armistice 2, version 2 from LBX. I've been really looking forward to that one. So yeah, that's kind of on my radar, especially they got these new back panels that Velcro on and off and all that. I did a review on the original Armistice. It was okay. It was just really small. I got like a medium and they're really small size. So if you're a smaller frame, that's great. I'm like 6 foot tall, about 185-ish pounds, give or take, depending on how much I ate today. And that's, you know, being that tall and that size, definitely something a little bigger helps me out. I like the larger one. So for me, the Armistice 2 in large works out well. If you're smaller than 6 foot or just, you know, not as broad shoulders as me, you might want to look at that medium. So there's some good options. I know I give you like all LBX options. There are a lot of styles that are out there. I've had JPCs in the past. I really liked those a lot for something light with the cummerbund, still breathable. That's something to look into. There's also a lot of replicas out there of the JPC and of the other ones that you can find if you're more budget minded, but you do get what you pay for, I found. So when you do pony up for the original, like an LBX or an LBT, you get that warranty. I mean, I have had my LBT shoulders blow out on them getting drug, and they literally both, the buckles just exploded off and snapped and went away, and it was no problem. I put it in a box, I shipped it to LBT, they got it fixed for me under warranty and sent it right back. And it's something like that where you're like, it's fixed versus you're out all that money is a huge difference. So if you do have the money, kind of spring for it, but I know those can be incredibly pricey. especially when you get there. So those are something to look out for. If you're looking for something with a cummerbund, look at all those options, or something that's maybe in the replica world for it. But like I said, if you can afford it, go for the real one. The Cheap Airsofter writes, "Hey John, I was wondering what's your opinion on spring tri-shot shotguns, because I was looking to buy one from SEMA. P.S. Love your vids." And I love you too. Anyway, on those, I really enjoy the tri-shot shotguns. I've had a couple, but I've never hung on to them. I always end up giving them away, or I leave them somewhere and I lose them. But all in all, I have never had one, as far as I can remember, break on me. They're robust, they're affordable. You can look at SEMA, you can look at Double Eagle, that's another good brand. You can look at, trying to think of the other big name that you always see out there that are doing the shotguns. It'll come to me, or you guys will drop it down in the comment section below. There are a ton of great brands out there when it comes to those tri-shot shotguns. Also, what's coming up, and this is pretty interesting, if you guys follow the SHOT Show coverage from this year, you might have saw Jag Precision's coming out with an offline, I wouldn't say offline, but a more affordable version of the Marui shotgun. So like the gas-powered tri-shot M870s, like a bunch of different lengths, like the full size, like the shorter, not the breacher, but some of those. Those are awesome, and they're gonna be sub $200. I think in the 150, 170, don't quote me on that, but the prices were really good, and they're full compatible with Marui, like the parts are interchangeable. I actually have a Marui breacher that I love, it's a tri-shot as well. But again, way up higher on that, the price point there, and it's gas powered. But for the Springers, I love them. Also, check out the Classic Army. They're not tri-shots though, but the Classic Army shotguns are very robust. You can actually pump, actually cock it by slam pumping it, which is unheard of in the shotgun world because of the weight and the way those things are built. So those are all good options. But yeah, if you're looking at SEMA, man, pick one up. Like I said, I don't think I've ever really seen one break. That much. After a while they do wear out. You kind of, do get your pay for with $50 or less on some cases on those, but they're pretty darn good and they're a whole lot of fun. Heinjax HD writes, "Would you recommend HPA tapping your gas blowback magazine, and how much would it cost to do so materials-wise?" So you can pick up HPA taps for I think around $30 US, maybe even a little less. I know CQB Russian has them, and I've seen a few others out there. They are brand specific to a point, so you're gonna wanna buy one that fits the threads that go on your magazine. So I'm assuming you're talking about an M4 or an AK with a gas blowback magazine, or a lot of people HPA tap their pistols. So make sure you buy the right one. So you know your threads are one way, you just get the right one. Most of them are labeled when you buy them. You'll be, okay, this is for KWA pistols, and you'll be able to literally take a screwdriver, back out your fill valve on your magazine, and you'll put this thing in place of it, and then you can hook up a line and have it to a regulator. For me, my opinion on them though varies, because while the tap material-wise, you're looking at $20, $30 for the actual tap, and that's per magazine. So if you're running 3 or 4 or 5 magazines, you've got to pick that up for every single magazine. Then don't forget you need a line, and you need a regulator, and you need a tank. So all in, you're looking at a very expensive investment. So I would definitely say if you're going to do a lot of CQB, a lot of indoor playing, a lot of speed softing, like Speed QB, it might be a good investment for you. But if you're doing it just to save some money, it's definitely not going to be that way, because by the time you buy a nice tank for 80, 90, or $100, you get a regulator, which is 70, 80, 90, $100 or more. You get a line for 30 or 40. You kind of start to see where things are, and then a fill valve or one of those adapter valves for every single magazine you own. We're talking about running up a price tag here. Very expensive. You can buy a nice AEG or a couple new pistols or your HPA rig. That's your material cost. Doing it yourself's really simple, honestly. Ton of how-tos and all that. Just make sure you thread tape it, make sure it seals up, doesn't leak, all that good stuff. For me, money aside, even if I had all the money in the world and I'm okay, I'm gonna go HPA tap my guns, I still would not do it for one reason. It's for the mag changes. So when you go to do a mag change, you've got your pistol in your hand, and you're firing away, and boom, you're on the last shot. It locks back, and you're like, okay, mag change. Normally, I press the button, the mag drops. I can even let it hit the ground if I don't care about it, which I try not to. I take it out, I dump it in my dump pouch. I'll reach down, I'll grab my fresh mag, put it in, slide back, and I'm ready to go. Well, when you have an HPA line, it's okay, stop. Disconnect the line, let the line tuck somewhere. Okay, now get this mag out, and I'll put the next mag in, and now I gotta take this line that I think I've got tucked here, and I gotta clip it back on here, and then I can release the slide. It adds a few more steps, not just one, but the removal of that, the putting the hose, the taking the hose back off, and then actually clipping the hose back on. So 4 extra steps. in that mag change. And for me, that's a lot of time. It's a lot of muscle memory. Now, if you want to practice to it, that's great. But for me, I won't make the change over to it just simply because of that, because it's just so much. Now, for testing guns, for me here, if I'm going to actually do some testing, it might be a good fit, you know, but then again, I've got to get the taps for every single pistol I get. So again, cost prohibitive. So all in all, I think it's fun. You're going to make an investment like in one pistol, like a high kappa, and you don't mind practicing those mag changes and all that, and something with like maybe a double stack mag so you don't run out of BBs that often, it might be something good for you. But for me, with all the different pistols I run and me needing to have to do fast mag changes all the time, you're probably not going to ever see me run that, or at least make the investment in doing it for myself on a CQB field. All right, guys, that is it for questions this week, which means it is time for the Code Red Headsets video recommendation of the week. And this one comes from a channel called Magaz, which is CBMPC is the actual team. I think I got that right. I'll go off memory. And this is actually a really small channel for what the channel is putting out. I'm pretty sure it's under 1,000 subscribers at this point, like 800 and something. The channel is really diverse. You've got a lot of gameplay in here. You actually have reviews. You've got actually well done product reviews. A lot of stuff going on. And as far as I know, he is also a professional photographer or works with a professional photography group. So he lives in both worlds, so definitely has some background in the photography side. This is one of those little hidden gem airsoft channels that, by the way, you guys out there recommended to me. I saw this pop up in the recommendations, I believe about 3 weeks ago, saying, hey, check out this channel. So I did. I've been saving it to share with you guys out there. And again, it's another fantastic one. I've got the channel trailer running here over my shoulder so you guys can get a little sampler of what's going on as we follow the team and all the different things they do. But it's more than just the team. It definitely is more than the team because of all the reviews and everything else they do on this channel, like the how-tos and all that. So if you guys are looking for a really diverse channel full of great content and like everything from reviews to gameplay to how-tos and tutorials, definitely give a chance and take a peek at Magaz. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If you guys, of course, if you guys like what you see, mash that subscribe button when you get over there and let them know that I sent them that way. By the way, if you guys have a channel that you guys like and you think is great, don't forget to share it down below in the comment section. I'm always open. I've been seeing them every week. I've been adding them to my list. You would not believe how many times I've mashed the subscribe button in the past few weeks because of all the fantastic recommendations you guys have had out there. And I've been just going down this rabbit hole of great airsoft channels I didn't even know were out there. You guys are so awesome. Also, don't forget, questions, same routine. Put them down in the comment section below. Vote up your favorites, and I will try to get my best to get them on the next show. I get a lot of them. I do read every single one every single week before the next show, and I do pay attention to the ones I missed, and I do pick them up later on down the road. In fact, there are even a couple in here that I've seen before that I've been meaning to get to, and I added to this show. So again, I love what you guys do. And of course, I can't answer every question, but you guys are so fantastic down there helping each other out. But anyway, that's it for this week's show. Bunch of fantastic questions and all that going on. By the way, if any of you guys have been to Taiwan, live in Taiwan, have family in Taiwan, visit back and forth, or from there, any of recommendations for me, I've kind of done a few things, but not much. I'm wide open to suggestions of things to go do. Anyway, until then, guys, I'll see you next episode. And until then, too much words. Go out, play some airsoft, have some fun, but no matter what you do, remember how to end your show and call your freaking hits.